British weapons sales to Saudi Arabia, currently engaged in a war in Yemen, are unlawful, the verdict of one of Britain's highest courts. The case was brought by the Campaign Against Arms Trade. It says the government licensed arms sales to Saudi despite a risk the weapons could be used to kill civilians.
The UK government has played an utterly shameful role in this terrible war from day one. It's time to end the arms sales and time to end the policies which have allowed those arms sales to continue for so long.
The ruling doesn't mean the UK has to stop selling weapons to Saudi, but it does mean the government will need to scrutinise what British-made weapons are used for. The government says it will challenge the ruling and freeze issuing any new arms export licences to Saudi while it considers the decision.
We disagree with the judgment and will seek permission to appeal. Alongside this, we are carefully considering the implications of the judgment for decision-making. While we do this, we will not grant any new licences for export to Saudi Arabia and its coalition partners, which might be used in the conflict in Yemen.
Sana'a, Yemen, October 2016, and the aftermath of an airstrike on a community hall. The building was packed with civilians attending a funeral when the airstrike happened. 140 people died. The Saudi Arabian-led coalition later admitted it launched the attack, blaming wrong information. Since the start of the Yemen conflict in 2015, the UK's licensed $6 billion in arms sales to Saudi, including fighter jets and precision-guided missiles, exports the court believes have caused indiscriminate deaths. Saudi Arabia says the deployment of British-made weapons in Yemen is legitimate and that only Iran stands to benefit from ending British weapons exports to Saudi. Public scrutiny of British arms exports to Saudi has been growing in recent years. The government's under mounting pressure to prioritise Yemen's spiralling humanitarian crisis. But the UK also has lucrative weapons deals to protect. British defence company BAE Systems makes 15% of its annual profits from sales to Saudi. A $13 billion deal to sell 48 Eurofighter Typhoon jets to the country is pending. The court ruling also has implications on other countries that sell weapons to Saudi, including France. It boosted its sales to the kingdom by 30% in 2018. The death toll in Yemen is nearing 100,000 people. It is time, say campaigners, for Britain to stem the flow of weapons and put people before profits. Neave, Al Jazeera, London.